So this is probably going to be the last time I'm going to address this ever. I'm still to this day been getting a lot of nasty comments in my videos that I upload. Sometimes it doesn't have anything to do with anything. It just, they hate me so much that the fact that I dared in any shape or form defend this game. Now, am I defending the SAs in this game? Am I defending the degeneracy of this game? Am I defending any of that? That's up to you guys to decide. But the thing is, I am not saying any of the sort. I'm not defending SA at all, okay? But I need to address this. So I did get a comment from one person that actually, out of everybody, only one person actually watched the follow-up video to my initial No Mercy controversial video, okay? It is one of the highest viewed video in the channel, and it's also the highest ratioed and highest comments in the channel, okay? So for the video, about 14% likes, the rest of it dislikes, about several thousands of hate comments, and definitely I got 51 subscribers, about $80 worth of I guess you would say money or advertisement from it. But I do want to address this, is because most of the people that have seen the original video have not watched past 55 seconds, and I'm going to say it again. If we're going to have a an honest dialogue, an honest conversation where you want to critique what I'm saying, at least get your facts straight, is because no way in any shape or form have I condoned rape whatsoever. I have never, ever said anything where I'm like, oh yeah, this is SA is good. This is great. I have never said anything like that. Now, let's go ahead and, we talked about this during Project Agro, but I need to address it here in my personal channel. I don't want to get gray into the whole, weeds into it, but we did briefly talk about it. So I'm going to read what the developers put out during the whole controversy last month. Dear world, recently there has been a lot of noise about the game No Mercy. We want to address a few issues. False information about the content in the game was very often repeated. People created videos and spoke with great conviction about things that weren't in it, which showed that they hadn't even launched the game. Now, to give credit to where a credit is due, people who hate this game will never, ever indulge and buy the game at all. They won't even watch any videos, any gameplays. All they want to do is just hate this game, and anyone that defended it even just a little bit is because of the numerous articles, petitions that's been put out by these, I guess you would say, people who are anti degeneracy, anti-rape, right? But the thing is, I haven't launched this game yet. I did buy it, right? I bought it out of principle for what a game represents. A game is a game. It didn't hurt anyone. Nobody got physically hurt by playing this game, okay? Now, no one actually knew what this game was until the articles came out. Streisand effect basically caused everyone. Why are so many people saying that this game is awful? Let me go check out what this game is. Streisand effect basically got a lot of people's eyes on this game. You basically did I guess it was a disservice to your movement or your cause, right? And the thing is, there are a ton of games online that are absolutely worse than this game. All right, there are tons of games, but it just so happens that this game was their target. Let's continue. Some did extensive research that they presented graphics from a completely different game. Wow. Talking about disingenuous, right? I hope that game survived this ordeal. If this is what your attempts to act good in faith looks like, We deeply believe that no one will ever suffer from being wrongfully accused by you. However, think twice about whether it's from repeating everything you've heard from someone and whether the information you're passing on is actually true. Better yet, do some work yourself instead of blindly chasing views. 100%. The thing is, they come into my video, hear me talk for about 5-10 seconds, immediately think that I'm supporting a game about SA, about rape, and immediately just starts calling me names. Wow, yikes, this guy needs his hard drive checked. Wow, this guy is awful. Wow, I can't believe this guy, he hates his own mother. Does your mom know what you do? It's like, this is absolutely insane. And then going to my other channels, not other channels, but my other videos and harassing me there saying, wow, this guy is awful. He can't even get above 50 views. Actually, I got 79 views in that video. So beat that. But let's continue. Secondly, many people unfortunately confuse fiction with reality, attributing fabricated stories where people who play no mercy then go out on the streets and commit vile acts. This is exactly what they did. If you do this in a video game, you definitely do this in real life. You're an awful person. You should turn yourself into the cops, man. FBI should check your hard drive. I would love the FBI to check my hard drive because this is a new computer. Okay? And the only thing that I have in my computer that could potentially be, what's this? Is the No Mercy game that I have played 0 seconds of it and have not even opened it or launched it on Steam. Let's go ahead and continue with this article. In general, all those who played it are mentally ill and hate their mothers and women in general. That's how it's generally presented, and we completely disagree with this. During development, we conducted hundreds, if not thousands, of conversations with people who tested the game, and everyone perfectly understood what the game was about, and it was just a game. Yep, it's those people who are like very, very invested in something, and then when you tell them it's just a game, they get fucking infuriated, right? They get insanely upset, and I don't know why, because these people who are complaining and are writing these articles would never play a game like this anyways. They would never touch this game to begin with. So why be so upset, right? It's because they don't want anyone else to play this game. They don't want anyone else to go near games that are like this, right? And I compared something like this to GTA 6, GTA 5. And what is that? Whatever a game is, let's say this game is about SA, about male domination, male dominance, right? And about fetishes. What happens if parents or these article writers go after people who are making Mortal Kombat 1 or Mortal Kombat, whatever game that's coming out from NRS, right? Going after that studio because they don't like violence. Going after, going after Schedule 1 is because they don't like drug use. Going after a specific game is because it's too horny, right? There's a lot of people who are online. Doesn't matter who they are. They will go after one thing or another because it does not, maybe people who are extremely religious, who don't like any games that have to depict, the devil or anything in a good way. Listening to Rihanna is the song of the devil. Playing Doom, like the Dark Ages, you're playing a game about devils. It's like about demons and stuff like that. So a lot of people would go after these kind of stuff. And this is the whole thing. We're bringing it back to the whole satanic panic all over again. And the reason why I'm bringing up satanic panic is because it's an example. It's a symptom of what happens if you let these people, I guess you would say, win. You give them an inch, they'll take 1,000 miles, right? Same thing with people who are like, wow, Stellar Blade is all about gooners. Mortal Kombat is all about killing people. Playing Call of Duty, wow, it's going to cause a lot of shootings in schools. And then, of course, they blame these games that actually help lower the chances of these crazy, vile acts that are, that's done with, real people, right? If something happens as a school shooting happens, they automatically go to, it's Call of Duty. It's Call of Duty. Wow, there's a person who threw, uppercutted a guy into the air and then all of a sudden shot an icicle down his throat and then he exploded in mid-air and then a guy comes out of the corner and says, Toasty! It's like, look, like, do you guys know how stupid you guys sound? It's like, it's so dumb, right? They were normal people. The same applies to the partners of all those who participated in the project. I guarantee that during production, no one was harmed, and we all consider ourselves completely normal and healthy individuals. However, we are concerned about the mental health of people who sent us emails. I haven't received any emails, but I've gotten a lot of comments, wishing me the worst, right? And the fact that they basically want me gone. They want me gone for this, okay? Look, it doesn't really matter. They wanted me gone when I gooned over Eve going up and down the escape rope in Stellar Blade. However, some descriptions of what you would do to us were really sick compared to what could be found in No Mercy. These are usually the same people. They want to silence you. They want to get rid of you. And the thing is, this is just a game. Okay? This game didn't hurt anyone. Bring me an article of No Mercy hurting someone. Because that would never happen. I'll legit wait. But probably never happened, right? Let's start with what shocked public opinion. Incest. Real incest is something disgusting, and we fully agree with that. However, incest is also one of the most popular kinks worldwide when it comes to pornography, mainly because it typically portrays third parties, strangers, in no way related to the person watching it. There's a reason why Corey Chase is one of America's best stepmoms. Okay? There's a reason why she gets stuck under the bed and in the dryer a lot. All right, there are a lot of kinks with this kind of stuff, all right? Unfortunately, that's the way it is. All right, that's the way it is. Stepmom, stepson, stepdaughter are among the most frequently searched terms in pornography, which for emotionally stable people is just role play. I guarantee that no person who enjoys such a fetish feels sexual attraction towards their relatives. If we want to criticize someone for enjoying or watching such portrayals, I believe we're intruding too deeply into their sexual sphere. Some people like feet. Kata, I'm talking about you. Who's Corey Chase? You guys know who Corey Chase is. Don't even try that with me. You guys know who Corey Chase is. You guys also know who Asa Akira is, all right? You guys know exactly who that is, all right? Some like costumes, like people who like furries or people who like role-playing, cosplay, role-play. There's a lot. There's a reason why R34 has a bunch of stuff, right? And then some of this types of roleplay, right? Rape. Here we go. Now this section is about me, I guess you would say. Here also no one wants anyone to get hurt. However, it's strongly connected with blackmail and male domination, which is also a fetish. Now, in my past 2 videos, now this is my 3rd video, I have never once in any of those videos said I condone it. Right? There's never been an incident where I said, I support this kind of stuff. I support SA. I support rape. I never said any of that kind of shit. Everyone just immediately dogpiled seeing that, wow, this guy is giving a positive spin on a video game that a lot of people are upset about. I'm all of a sudden pro SA. That is, I guess you would say hive mind mentality. And if you actually did the due diligence and watched the video and even the follow-up video, you guys will know. All right. When I watched Clockwork Orange, in the beginning of the movie, those dudes basically SA'd a girl, right? I was extremely uncomfortable with that shit. What the fuck? That's horrible. I have never once in my life, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, dude, yeah, positive. That's absolutely insane. Now, are there role plays where it's like, hey, honey, I want you to dress up in a ski mask and pretend to break into our house is because I have a fetish over that kind of stuff? Of course there are. That's the reason why there are a bunch of categories on for in pornography that has this kind of stuff, because it is a kink, it is a fetish. Okay, now, but actual SA, actual rape, absolutely fucking not. If someone plays with their partner at home, pretending to be a student and teacher who demands sexual acts in exchange for a grade, should we label them as sick and call them rapists, check their computers, and lock them in prison? Well, this is exactly what I was called. I was called, you support a game about rapists, about raping. I should have my computer checked and I should be thrown in prison. Multiple times already. Multiple times. This has been said to me in my now a 45,000 viewed video. Okay, I fully understand for many people such things may be disgusting, but during sex, people should really do what they want as long as they don't harm anyone, and of course, ultimately, as long as it's consensual. Okay, two consensual adults, role-playing is fine. But it feels like this is not really in the game, but it's more about male domination, right? And I guarantee you, man, I fucking guarantee you, if Henry Cavill would do some crazy male domination, a lot of girls would fucking allow that shit to happen. They will let it happen because it's fucking Henry Cavill. Of course, in the back, when they say publicly, when they talk publicly, they're gonna say, oh no, I would never, I don't care who does it, that's bad. You're talking about if Henry Cavill, like someone really, really good, would like want to take advantage of you, you're not gonna let them? Hell, I'll let Henry Cavill take advantage of me. That's not gay though, because you know, like I'm super straight. I'm super, super duper straight. I'm so straight that I will let Henry Cavill do unspeakable things to me and I'll still be straight. Can a game harm someone? According to many studies, with the emergence of the internet and pornography in the 90s, sexual crimes decreased by half. I wonder why. 50 Shades of Grey, exactly, right? If someone is sick dangerously and might actually harm someone, would playing a game or watching pornography increase their desire to do so? We sincerely doubt it. Rather, they'll satisfy this need at home and perhaps saves someone from harm. It's somewhat similar to shooting and playing video games. It has been proven many times that the games reduce the amount of violence in people rather than increasing it. I believe fucking Congress trying to compare and contrast Call of Duty, Mortal Kombat, Doom, right? The whole thing of Columbine and stuff like that. Oh, if you play Call of Duty, you're gonna do a mass shooting out of school. Like, are you? What? That's insane. 50 Shades of Gay. Sounds legit. I got news for you. I need to finish this. Okay. But yeah, like, okay. Remember the whole thing with Trump saying grab him by the pussy? Okay. If it was Henry Cavill that said that, nobody would have batted an eye. Everyone, including myself, would probably be in line. But, you know, I won't let him grab me by the pussy because I don't have one. But I'll let him grab me. And I'll let him do unspeakable things to me. But that's not gay, though. Just letting you know, this is not gay. Right? But if it's someone they don't like, but someone ugly, fat, or whoever it is, they're going to be like, no, man, this guy needs to be in jail. Wild times, man. Wild times. It was also very inappropriate to report that the game was available for 12-year-olds. That is absolutely insane. There was actually a comment that said, wow, a 12-year-old is able to access this game. This is absolutely insane. I'm like, well, here's the thing. It requires for you to turn on being able to see adult content on Steam. You need to go through the settings and you have to go through multiple factors in order for you to turn it on. Second, in order for you to buy a game, you need a credit card that will involve a parent or a PayPal account that your parents need to be there. Third, if a child that's under the age of 18 gets a hold of it, especially like a 12-year-old, you're talking about a 12-year-old here, right? Because in the article, that's what I talked about. If you're a 12-year-old and you were able to get access to not just a game like this, but a game like Call of Duty, a game like Grand Theft Auto, or any mature game, is it really the 12-year-old's fault? Is it the game studio's fault? Or the actual real answer here is, it's the parents' fault. Parents are the reason why the kids was able to access this type of game. It's because it's the parents' responsibility to basically curate and supervise the stuff that their kids play. Now, of course, these people don't want to take accountability, right? They don't. Of course, they're gonna blame the studios. Oh, Daniel Defense actually had a game in Call of Duty called the DDM4. Now, when a mass shooting happened, they're going to blame Daniel Defense. It's because the kid used a Daniel Defense DDM4 to shoot up a school. So whose fault is that? Oh, is it the shooter's fault? No, it's Call of Duty's fault. Call of Duty needs to get sued. That's what happened with Remington. Was a Bushmaster also? It basically fucked them. They went bankrupt because of that. You're gonna blame the freaking gun company because some kid shot up a school? You're not gonna blame the parents? You're not gonna blame the kid himself? No, you're gonna you're gonna sue Activision. There's a reason why the games do not, like, ever since then, they do not name the games any. The game does not name the items after the real life counterpart because of that. This is insane, man. Absolutely insane. The game still required creating an account, selecting the appropriate option, connecting a credit card, and paying for it. Since so many people showed graphics from a different game, the fact that people showed, give me an example of this, right? And they showed a different game, goes to show they're all bullcrap. This is all bullcrap, right? It might mean that it wasn't so easily accessible after all. In an era where such content is available online by typing one of the most popular pornography sites, we sincerely doubt that any minor would perform such actions. Nonetheless, it's their parents' responsibility to supervise the type of content they access. 100%. Okay, whose fault is it that little black kid fell into the gorilla pit and then Harambe got shot? Whose fault is it? Is it the gorilla's fault or is it the parents' fault? Did Harambe need to get put down because of that? Unfortunately, it happened. Now, who are you going to blame? Are you going to blame the zoo? You're going to shut down the zoo? Of course, you're going to blame the parents. What kind of idiotic thing would it be if you blame the zoo? Oh, we blame the zoo for that little kid crawling into the gorilla pit. 100% the parents' fault. How stupid are they? It's the kid's fault? Activision's fault? Yeah, true. Definitely active. You know what? It's Donald Trump's fault. It's Trump's fault that Harambe was put down. Man, please consider, would anyone who wasn't looking for such content hear about the game if it weren't for hundreds of articles, petitions, and statements from content creators? Oh, absolutely not. Right? The Streisand effect is what happened. After all, if someone believed that this game shouldn't be available in the country, they could have handled it quietly. They could have reported the matter to the authorities. Meanwhile, websites used the trending topic for clicks, organizations placed links to fundraisers under petitions, and content creators made videos that garnered more views. The result of all of this game suddenly went from 1,000 visits to 100 times more in those days. There are certainly events that need to be publicized quickly when someone is actually being harmed, and when we can save someone. So yeah, I don't think that this game harmed someone, right? It's not like, oh, I read Catcher in the Rye and I was like, kill John Lennon. Here's what happened. When John Lennon was shot, they banned Catcher in the Rye in the school because of that. In this example here, nobody was hurt. At least from what I've heard. I haven't seen Jack nothing. Diddly squat. I've seen zero evidence that this game, No Mercy, hurt someone. The only thing they probably hurt are their feelings. All right? These freaking feelings, man. Was it necessary in this case for those of a few views and extra money for fundraisers? At this point, the game has been blocked in 3 countries. Australia, Canada, and UK. We don't intend to fight the whole world, and specifically, we don't want to cause any problems for Steam and Valve. They do a great job and are incredibly helpful. If after reading the above, you still believe that the game should not be even created, then we sincerely apologize to you. Of course, a lot of these, I guess you would say, activists would say, yeah, this game probably should have been created to begin with. It's because we don't like what this game represents. Now, when will it stop? When will it stop? Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Grand Theft Auto 6. What's it called again? Freaking Need for Speed. Wuthering Waves. What's it called again? Senran Kagura. Like a Crazy Taxi. But yeah, when will it stop? All right. Now, like I said, I'm not defending the game. I'm defending what the game represents, and that's a freedom of expression. Okay. It doesn't matter what you don't like. If you don't like, you don't need to engage with the product. And if you don't want to support the game, don't support the game. All right. Now, like I say, and I'll say it again, I do not condone rape or sexual assault. Okay. And like Trump said, I condemn them entirely. Okay. Absolutely insane, man. At the same time, we would like you to be a bit more open to human fetishes that don't harm anyone, even though they may seem disgusting to you. This is still just a game, and although many people are trying to make it into something more, it remains and will continue to be a game. We've made the decision to withdraw No Mercy from Steam. Like I said, and I'll say it again, this game was withdrawn from the studio itself and was not removed by Valve or Steam. There are a lot of other games on Steam that are worse than No Mercy. It just so happened that this game was their target. Okay? If you have purchased this game, you will not lose access to it. I think I was probably one of the last people that bought the game on Steam before they removed it. Right? Before Zerat Games removed it. But all in all, I just wanted to address this one last time. I will probably not talk about it again in the future in another video. But this is absolutely wild that I'm still, after about a month and a half, I'm still getting idiots online saying that I'm a terrible person. Wow, you need to go to jail. It's like, bro. I think there are a lot worse things out there than a video game that you don't like. And here's the thing. These people aren't here to have an honest conversation anyways. They aren't here to actually engage in thoughtful exchange with me because they came into the video with their mind already made up. It doesn't matter what I say, whether I'm right or wrong. But here's the thing. I am usually right when it comes down to this. Okay? So if you do not want any kind of conversation or dialogue, then it's fine. But don't come into my channel, my videos, and talk shit. Because if you do, and it's not constructive, and it's not critical, and all it is just name dropping, calling me a piece of crap, and how I need to go to jail, how I need to be locked up, how I hate women, and hate my mom and hate my sisters and shit like that, you're gonna immediately get removed from the channel. I'm just gonna perma you. And do you know what perma does in YouTube? All of your comments, even from previous comments, will all be gone, yeeted and deleted. So if you actually want to have some critical conversation with me, out of the 45,000 viewers that video has got, I've only gotten one person that actually wanted to engage in dialogue with me. And they engaged with me in my follow-up video, and I explained it in like a freaking like summary, in a huge summary, and why I thought this way. And I'll say it again, one last time. I do not support rape or sexual assault of any kind. And if you guys think so, I think that you should take a hard look in the mirror, because usually the people who are, I guess you would say, screaming the loudest are the people who are actually, could be, into these kind of stuff themselves.